All right. Hey, thanks for coming back to my channel. One of the things I like to do is if I find a product that I think is decent, I try to put it out there. Don't really care if you buy it, but if you do, maybe I helped you. I'm not endorsed. We already know I don't have a sponsor, and we already know I don't make any money. I think I'm up to $178 on YouTube, though, so I'm really kicking ass. Anyway, this is my SIG 226. With the SIG 226 conversion to shoot it in 22. They no longer make this conversion. Shame on them, but they no longer make it. But you can readily find these. Now, when you buy this, the magazines are 10 rounders. So, a while ago, there was a company called SIG Power. And what he did was he came up with an aluminum follower that allowed it to stop the slide from closing. It doesn't work the bolt hold open, but it stops the slide from closing. And he also changed this pin here from about this long to about this long to allow you to have 15 rounds. He made a decent product. The big problem was he had shitty customer service and apparently got involved where he took money and didn't ship it or something. Whatever reason, he's out of business. So I was kind of disappointed because I didn't have enough of these for my magazines. So recently I ran across a website. It's called Untitled Tactical. And he is doing the same thing, only he's doing it with a plastic follower. But he's also doing the plug that gives you a 15 round magazine. So now if you have the SIG 226 or 229 conversion that only has 10 rounds, you can buy a little pack from him and it'll come with this follower and this piece here, and you can raise the capacity of your magazines to 15. Also, I'm going to have Dave zoom in on here. There are apparently two different generations of magazines. This is the first generation, this is the second generation, okay? The followers work in both. Even the ones that are look like they were restricted, once you take the piece out of the bottom, they go right to 15 rounds. So we're going to take this out and show you how it works. Turn your 10 round magazine into a 15 round magazine, holds the bolt open. Now, the other thing that I bought from him just on a whim is I have the Kimber 22 conversion. This is on a Colt frame. The Kimber does not lock the last round open, okay? So he offers an upgrade, Taylor does, of the Kimber 10 round magazine. Now unfortunately it doesn't have the last round where it'll block the bolt like the SIG mag does, but it allows you to chamber 15 rounds and shoot 15 rounds out of your Kimber. And I find 15 rounds way more satisfying than 10, especially when you're shooting 22. So if you're into shooting 22s and you have one of these conversion kits or even a 229 conversion kit, you might want to check out his product. I am not listing him in the comments because I'm not advertising for anybody. I'm just telling you about the product. We'll be out in the range in a second. All right, we're going to test fire these 22 kits with my SIG and then the Kimber. And we'll try to give you a little close-up of how the SIG lock open system works. I actually do not know if this is the SIG Pro follower or the Untitled Tactical follower. We'll find out when it's empty. I'm going to come in here close. Go ahead and put the mic back in. I'm going to come in here close, show you how it locks the slide back. That's the SIG Pro, okay? Which, SIG Power, I'm sorry. And he's out of business, thankfully, because he became unreliable. But to get the slide to lock open completely, you have to push it all the way back and do that. What's nice is it tells you the magazine is empty. All right, put that in here. I'm going to come back. This is the Untitled Tactical. Plug the mic back in. It does the same thing as the SIG Pro. Locks the slide or blocks the slide, doesn't lock the slide. To lock the slide, you've got to push it back and push it up. But what's nice is I know my gun's empty now. So I can just transition to a new mag or lock it open instead of going click, 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 click. Plus 15 rounds instead of 10. All right, I'll show you the Kimber real quick and then we'll do close-ups. All right, it won't lock open, but to show you can get 15 rounds out of the Kimber 22 conversion. This Kimber 22 conversion, by the way, is on my Colt frame. One of my Colt frames. All right, slide doesn't lock open, but I got 15 rounds. We're gonna do a couple close-ups to show you how the followers work on the SIG, and then we're done. All right, we showed you some live fire on the Taylor tactical accessories for the 22 conversions. The whole point is, I don't get paid to do this. It's a product that I discovered that I really think is worth the investment. I don't care if you buy it. I don't care if you don't. It's not up to me. I'm just trying to give the information out there. Thanks for coming to my channel.